Captain Mac live, and a fine howdy do to our folks over on Twitch as well. And this is the show where I get to talk a lot and you all have to listen. Well, you don't have to. You can get off anytime you want, but either way, you're all here because you want to have a good time. Now, we're going to be doing a flight today. This was a flight request, and that reminds me actually, while this is coming up, I need to pull up my Fly Live so you get your stats up there. This flight request, hold on, I gotta find it. This flight request came from Jacob, and he said that he flies this regularly in the real world. Now, I don't know if he flies it on a CRJ, but it's going to be a great example or a great opportunity for us to do another flight in CRJ, right? So, yes, I'll save this, setting this up here real quick. KLWS. Call sign. I usually have this set up in advance. My bad. Cruise altitude. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. 360. There we go. Let's apply that. This should pop up the departure and arrival and all that stuff for you here shortly. So there we go. Should pop up there for you in just a second. All right. So anyway, flight request by Jacob, and I have another flight request in from. Why is his name escaping my mind right now? Anyway, he sent the message. He actually sent the request to our Facebook Messenger, and I'd like to do that one, but it's New York to Scotland. Okay, so yeah, I just don't have enough time for that. So we're not going to be able to do that one today. It's a relatively short flight here, about an hour and a half total flight time. And of course, with Captain Mac talking as much as he does. It'll probably take a little bit longer than that. So, welcome everybody to the show. Looks like Fishy Gaming is on here. Thanks for joining us, buddy. I appreciate it. Raleigh, is that how you say it? Raleigh. Hello to you as well. Looks like we got 6 folks on here. Not real busy today. Of course, it is early on a Thursday morning, so a lot of folks are at work. I would like to note that you'll see the donation thing down there still. That is for the donation drive I'm doing to be able to buy a new throttle quadrant because of the problems, the enormous amount of problems that I've been having with this one. So you can see we're up over $50 already. A lot of generous donations, and I really appreciate that. Of course, you don't have to donate. You know, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. If you don't want to donate, don't donate. Not going to hurt my feelings. But if you do, just go down below there, and you will see a link. It's also the address is also there in the link description next to the donation bar or whatever we're calling it. But anyway, there's a link down below. Click on that. You can donate through there. It goes through PayPal, and then your name will pop up, and it'll say, "Hey, thanks for donating," and all that good stuff. And I'll try to catch them as they pop up, and be sure to thank everybody individually. But yeah, we got ways to go. I put $1,000. I know that's a lofty goal, but you know, a good throttle quadrant is anywhere from $600 to $900, right? So there's some that are actually way more than that. There's some that are up to like $2,200. Like that's just insane, right? But anyway, so that's what we're gonna keep driving towards that. So again, if you feel the obligation, but the desire to donate, or you're able to, and you'd like to, I'd appreciate it. If not, don't worry about it. Don't hurt my feelings by not donating. Okay, what else we got here? You know what? I don't think I've set up FSUIPC for this aircraft yet, so that's going to be interesting to say the least. Matter of fact, so for you guys, the screen's going to go blank here for a minute. That's just the way it works. Where's my add-ons? There we go. FSUIPC. So don't worry about it. It's just the way it works. So I'm going to go no on that, I guess, and then new based on CRJ 700ER. Actually, no, cancel that. Sorry. Profile specific. No. No. Oh, I messed it all up. Hold on. Goodness gracious, I'm so sorry. It's been a little while since I've been on here. I do apologize. Just been busy. You guys know how it gets, right? Oh, it's all messed up now. So I've got nothing now. I've got absolutely nothing. Throttle. Oh, that actually worked. Rescan. Throttle 2. Hey, it's actually good to go. So. Oh yeah, I picked CRJ 900. Okay, we're good to go. Alright, back to the show. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? Only a couple of you said hi on there. Hop into the chat there, say hello real quick. Let us know who you are, where you're at. You know, what time of day it is for you, all that sort of stuff, just to say howdy do. There's a nice view of the sky. We're using Active Sky 2016 for P3D version 4, and then we are using Rex Skyforce 3D, I think is what it's called, right? So that's where we're getting our cloud textures from. Some interesting cloud textures as far as Salt Lake City is concerned right now. That's our departure location, and then we're going up to KLWS. I think the name of that airport already, but it's KLWS. So you guys figure out the name of it. It'll pop up here to say next to the charts. It's Lewiston, Nez Perce County, which is in Idaho. Okay. And this is an actual flight that's flown in a CRJ and several other different aircraft. Dash 8 now. I know some of you want me to fly that Dash 8. I'm going to get back to it at some point, but I'm not flying the Dash 8 right now. I need to spend some time practicing that bad boy before we do anything. So we'll probably do some training flights for the Dash 8. That's what I think we need to do. So some training flights for the Dash 8. In the meantime, we got some more training flights to do in this bad boy, and I haven't flown it in a little while, so I'm probably going to be a soup sandwich. But what do you say we hop on the flight deck here and get fired up? Maybe. There we go, onto the flight deck. Looks like not very many people interested in watching me today. Making me kind of feel bad, people. No, I'm just kidding. Let's carry on here. Oh, don't forget this click spot. It's so obnoxious. I guess it doesn't do anything with the power off. But anyway, here we go. I got Dave turned on. I'll turn him back off for a moment. Let's take a look at our safety checklist. Circuit breakers closed. Well, we know they're going to be because they're not simulated in the aircraft. They're modeled. They're visible, but they don't do anything, so we don't need to worry about those. Nose wheel steering switch needs to be off. Don't mind me if I struggle to find stuff. Again, it's been a while since I've flown it, so there's nose wheel steering. We'll put that in the off position. Hydraulic pumps all need to be off. Those are these guys up here. Middle position is off, so we're good. Landing gear lever is in the down position. It is. Flight spoiler lever is to 0. That's this guy, and it is. Slats and flaps, it just says set. Well, they're at 0, and that's where they need to be right now. Radar is off. ADG manual release is stowed. That's this guy down here. Hey, I actually remember where that was. Give me some credit for that, guys. Man, only 6 people watching now. That's kind of a shame. Anyway, battery master switch is going to come on. It should be up top here. And let's see, battery master. Bam, there we go. Didn't do anything. There we go, battery master switch coming on. Emergency flap switch normal. We did that already. APU, AC, electrics as required. Don't we have external power on this guy? I think we got to use Dave for that, right? Let's see if Dave gives us
Hello,
power.
my name is Dave. I'm ready. Are you ready too?
Hi, Dave. Let's see, ground services and maintenance. Let's put the wheel chocks on and this says 70 packs. I don't think this thing really. Checking my mic settings. It's up about where it normally is, so I'm sure you guys can hear me right now. Sound weird? Test, test. Like it's showing up on here fine. How about now? You guys can hear me good now, huh? Is that good? Is that better? It was the wrong mic selected. Okay, let's roll all the way back to the start here, since that was clearly a nightmare. That's probably why people were bailing, huh? Ah, no kidding. Well, thanks for pointing that out, guys. I appreciate it. So, welcome to Captain Mac Live, everybody, where we get to make all kinds of mistakes and we look silly and yet we carry right along. So, not really sure what the problem was there. Well, no, actually, that's not true. I mean, I'm exactly sure what the problem was. I didn't have the right mic selected on my live stream app because I broke that one. Why will this not turn on? Click for power. There we go. Now start.
Boy, that sucker was just being a pain, huh? Didn't want to turn on for me? It should be coming on now, though. There we go. APU's finally coming on. Okay, what a pain in the butt. Well, my sincere apologies, gents. I am sorry that I had the wrong microphone selected. Last time I did a live stream, I was using that other microphone, and then I did something, and I broke it. And so it works, obviously, but you can't put it on your head anymore, which is just ridiculous. So, welcome to Captain Mac Live. We're firing up the APU right now on our CRJ. This flight is for Jacob. He requested it in the Mac Air forums. I do have another flight request out for it from a gentleman from, I can't think of his name right now for some reason. I have no idea why. But anyway, he's out in Scotland. He wants me to fly from New York to Scotland, which I'm all for it, but I don't have enough time for that today. So, yeah, so now I'm just fumbling and bumbling my way through all of this, and yeah, good times. Anyway, now that I've had a thorough conversation with myself, let's try this one more time. How's everybody doing today? Everybody say hello on here. Tell us where you're at, where you're from, all that good stuff. And we'll press on here, and I'll try not to seem too foolish. Okay, what is the deal here? Okay, I guess I turned the APU back off. I must, you know, I'm losing it here. I'm not getting my act together with this. Start, right? No. APU power and fuel. Click it on. There we go. And it's, I guess it starts, what does it do? It starts automatically? Yeah, it starts automatically. Okay, I'm just, yeah, I'm completely out of sync with myself. So, Steve, hello in the UK. TK, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Dog Tag's here. I know he's at work, so he's hanging out at work and still watching Captain Mac Live. Good times. All right, I think I got my act together here a little bit now. Let's get back over to our checklist. Hydraulic panel's been checked. ELT switch needs to be armed and then reset. And that's, let's see, that's emergency lights. Where was the ELT switch again? Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. So, yeah, it's on arm reset, so it's good there. Cabin pressurization panel needs to be checked. That's this guy here. Cabin pressure there. Air conditioning. Right click it down there. I think you, yeah, there you go. You can go all the way down. It's not cold out though. Let's turn the packs on and the recirc on. There we go. Alright, moving on. Ice detector test complete. Now, we can do the test, right guys? But we can't see the results on here because we still have no idea how to clear all this out. So, if you guys have figured out how to clear all that out, let me know. Moving on. Windshield switches need to be on low. Where are we at here? Windshield. Right click them once to low. Fantastic. Emergency light switch needs to be armed. That's all the way down for arm on that guy. Standby compass check. That's good. Stall test complete. Where was the stall test at? It's on the front panel, right? It is this one here. There we go. Stall test complete. Fantastic. Nose wheel steering switch is still off. Clocks are set. IFAS control panels are checked, instrument panels are checked, ICAS and standby instruments checked, anti-skid test, we're not going to mess with that right now. MLG bay overheat test, we're not going to do that one either. Upper pedestal is checked, thrust lever quadrant is checked, avionics radio tuning panel is good. However, we can come down here and go to TCAS, and then it's good there. Let's do the test. And it should be doing it now.
System test okay.
Hey, I actually remembered how to do something. Fantastic. Avionics radio, that was avionics radio tuning panels. Trims checked. We don't have any hydraulics on right now, so we can't do anything with that. Yaw damper needs to be engaged. That's down here. So I messed this up before. You actually still have to click those, and then you're going to have to click these, and then you have to click that one. Lower pedestal checked. We just did that right now, so we're good. And then before start checks, that takes us to our before start checks. Imagine that. We're actually managing to move right along here. Let's hop up top here. Let's make sure that our passenger signs are on right here. Right click them? No, right click the switch. There we go. Landing level is set. Let's see. Ice. There ain't no ice. It's not that cold out here, is it? I mean, we are in Salt Lake City. Which one has the temperature? Is it this one? No temperature on here. And oh, there we go. It's 22 degrees outside. There's no ice. Give me a break. I'm trying to remember how to set the landing level here, actually. The landing level should be on this one. Landing level. There we go. And then we're supposed to change this guy here, I think. Yep, there we go. So now what I need to do is I need to check my charts. And we're going into Lewiston. And Lewiston's airport is at 1,442 feet. So we need to move this guy up to 1,442 feet, or as close as we can get anyway. So it's going to be 1,440. Hey, look at that, 1,440. Jumped right to it. Fantastic. Hey, I got something right for once. Boost pumps on and checked. Boost pumps are both on. Fantastic. Altimeters need to be set. That's going to be down here. I thought I had, like, there we go, I do actually. I was going to say, I thought I had a thing for those. So right now it's sitting at 299.2. Let's check the weather because I haven't done that yet anyway. So go to conditions. Oh yeah, there's something you're supposed to select in the, there's a way to get it so it stops turning the sound off when I change windows. But I doubt it'll work if I do it right now. Let me find it. CRJ Manager, and then in the options, there should be cabin announcements, play sounds when FS window is inactive. Save. Yeah, I don't think it's going to make any difference right now. I'd have to shut it down and restart it, and that's just not going to happen. So, alright, current conditions at departure, Salt Lake City. Grab my pen, write this down. It is wind at 140 at 9 knots. 140/9, and the altimeter is 3035. And the temperature is, now it says on here the temperature is 9 degrees Celsius. That's interesting. So it's saying, and it's saying it's cloudy. So it says the visibility is 10 statute miles, a few clouds at 10,000, broken at 19,000 and 24,000. That's not really what I saw out there. Let's get the altimeter in real quick. 3035. It's pretty high pressure. And then I don't remember if we have to set it on both sides or not. Or does it do it automatically? Yeah, we got to set it on both sides. That's kind of obnoxious to me, to be honest with you. There's probably a way to change that. I'm sure one of you knows. Let's hop outside for just a second here. Okay, let's go to static view. I don't know. I don't know that that weather lines up properly, in my opinion. It doesn't seem to match what it's saying, but whatever. Okay. You know, we never finished setting up our FMC. I don't know why. Probably because I had the issue with the whatchamacallit there. Let's go to the flight plan page. Origin is going to be KSLC. If I can find all the letters here. KSLC, and then we're going to be arriving at KLWS, correct? Let me check my flight plan. KLWS. I've never actually heard of that airport. There we go, KLWS. Fantastic. That's in there. And let's go to, let's see, flight number will be 2336. That's the flight number I use. Now we don't have a company route or anything in there. We're going to actually build it right now. So let's go to the next page. There is no departure and there is no arrival for this. Let's see here. So now I got to pop my flight plan up again. Look at that. So we're going to start out direct to TCH. So we'll put that in there, TCH. And of course, oh, come on, what do you mean not allowed? Oh boy, we're going to have an issue here, aren't we? We're going to have an issue. Why is that? Why would that not be allowed? Maybe do I have to put it on here to start with? Via 2. Let's try putting it in here. That doesn't make sense though. Yeah, direct to TCH. I guess because we're not using a departure, we had to, maybe you have to do this one first, direct to TCH, and then go to the next page. Yeah, direct to direct, then to TCH. That makes perfect sense, yeah. Whatever. Okay, it's going to be J... Oh, I was going to say 112, but it's J12. J12. There we go, and we're going to take that to DNJ, Delta November Juliet. Put that in there. And then it's going to be Victor 253. Then we're going to take that to MQG. So where's the M? There we go. MQG. And then from there it's direct to the airport. It's not a very long flight actually, so hour and a half total flight time. So that takes care of that. So let's execute it. Fantastic. And go to performance initialization. And it didn't transfer our info. It transferred the fuel over here, but it didn't transfer the passengers, did it? Why didn't it transfer the passengers? Come on, Dave, do your thing here. Let's go back over here to payload and fuel. Copy data to performance initialization. I'm clicking it like 10 times here. There we go. Now it's in there. Fantastic. Let's see. Cruise altitude on our flight plan is flight level 400. I don't know if this airplane actually goes that high. Do you guys know? I don't really know. I guess we're going to find out. Ugh. Come on. You're killing me here. Let's get that out of the way for a second. I guess you got to put FL 400. I don't remember from last time. Yep, that's what you got to do. Execute that, and then go to VNAV setup. 250 to 10,000. That's good. All that looks good there. And then let's go. We didn't go next page on this, did we? Climb, cruise, descent. I'm not worried about that right now. We're gonna just control all that ourselves. Whatever. You guys can tell I'm in like a chipper mood about this, right? No, I'm actually, I am in a good mood, actually. I'm looking forward to this. I just kind of bummed out that the microphone wasn't working at first. No wonder everybody was just bailing off at the rapid rate. Okay, what else we need to do here? So there's no departure, but we don't even have a departure runway on here. Like, our originating runway is what we need, right? So I got to pull up my charts here real quick. And next time we run this aircraft, the sound shouldn't cut out when we, come on, brain function, when I switch windows. So just a FYI for you. Okay, so wind is 140 at 9, so 16 left or 16 right. We should be right down here off of the end of Echo. So I think we'll just push back with the tail to the left, nose to the right. We'll scoot on over here. You guys can't even see this. I forget that sometimes. Let me pop it up here for you. Don't mind me at all, guys. Let's see, charts. There we go. And now you should be able to see my mouse. Okay, what I was saying is we should be right down here off of Echo. So we'll push back and point this way. And then we'll scoot on over here and we'll take Bravo all the way down to the end. And then we'll use runway 16 right as our originating runway. Sound good to you guys? Sounds good to me. So back over to the flight sim there. We drag this guy back over here. Fantastic. So runway 16 right is what we're looking for. 16 right. That's our originating runway. And execute that. And now we should be good to go. Alright, so that takes care of our FMC initialization. Performance initialization is done. I'm not putting an alternate cruise altitude in there. Not worried about that. On the VNAV setup, we're good there. Cruise looks good. We could probably make the cruise a little faster, right? We can make it, you know, slash, let's try slash 0.78. Let's just see if it lets us make that change. Hey, it does. Fantastic. Execute that. And then for descent, we're going to want to actually stay at 240. But, you know, there's no auto throttle in this, right? So I guess it doesn't really make any difference. So back over to performance initialization. We're good there. Over here we need to be on the legs page, right? So you can see 16 right, and then there's a discontinuity, and then it's direct TCH. So really it just needs to go, TCH needs to go right here. That's it. Execute that. Now we're good to go. And then actually let's put this one on legs page, let's put this one on the progress page. Because we don't really have like a V-speeds page over here, right? But we do need to take care of V-speeds. So let's go over and talk to Dave real quick. Come back here, V-speeds. So we're gonna do flaps 8 takeoff. He says 137 knots. Rotate is 137, V2 is 144, VFTO is 196, and V2 plus 10 is 154. Those all look good. So set takeoff speeds. I'm gonna click it a bunch of times. So takeoff speeds are in there now. 144, 137, 137, and then 196. So those look fantastic. I like those. And then we don't need to set landing speeds yet. So let's take a look at our checklist here. We've already done the safety check. We've already done originating checks, pages 1 and 2. And we're on our before start check, which we started, and then I realized that I hadn't done the FMC yet. How awesome is that? Does nose wheel steering get armed later? Because it had us turn it off, right? After start check, nose wheel steering gets armed. Okay, fantastic. So, passenger signs are on, landing elevation is set, altimeters are both set, FMS, IRS is set, radios and nav aids are set for departure, and takeoff briefing is basically complete because there's no actual departure, so our taxi brief to runway 16 right also constitutes our takeoff briefing. Sweet. Now technically, so there's more to takeoff briefing, right? So you're supposed to usually go into, you know, hey, we're going to be taking off on runway 16 right. V1 is, what was it, 137. Rotate is 137. Any major incidents or issues with the aircraft prior to V1, we're going to reject the takeoff. Anything that takes place after V1, we're going to continue the takeoff, and we're going to sort the problem out, and then we're going to decide from there what to do, right? Everybody tracking on that? I think we're pretty good. Max flight level is 410 for CRJ 900. We're in a 700, Steve, so what is it for the 700? Anybody know? Paul Jepson's on here. Good evening and good night. Karate training beckons. Well, have a great time. Thanks for jumping in real quick. Really appreciate it. When can we expect to see you fighting with X-Plane 11? I don't know. It's probably going to be a little while yet. So I picked up one SSD drive, and that is part 1 for my new computer build. I need 2 more SSD drives. I need an HDD. I need a motherboard. I need I need at least one new graphics card to start with. I'm going to need the coolant system, the RAM cards, all of that stuff. So we're looking at total cost is going to be right around, I'm probably going to go with an 8700K on it. So total cost is going to be right around, I think I came up to about $2,600, $2,700 total cost. So, and I'm not getting squat back on my taxes this year. So it'll be a little while. How's that? We do what, huh? What are we talking about, dog tag? Dog tag lost me on that one. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, so before start checks are complete, now let's take care of our cleared to start checks. I'm going to kind of go down the list. Hold on, my little one walked in. What's up, baby? We're going to do that in a little while, okay? When I'm done with this. Because I'm on, you want to say hi?
Hi, new tooth.
That's my youngest there saying hi to everybody. Okay, don't forget that annoying click spot right there. Silas, hi, how are you? Oh, Silas is saying hi to you, Raylan. He said hi.
Hi.
Okay, so our clear to start checks, APU, AC, electrics. What was that noise just now? You okay? Okay. I just heard something like beep. Oh, I think it was maybe my phone here. Yes, it was. Hold on one sec, guys. I gotta send a text message. My buddy wants to fly, and I'm like, I'm live streaming. That's how it rolls on a live stream, guys. Okay, when text messages and stuff come in, we have to deal with it, right? Okay, moving on here. So, APU is up and running. So the electrics are on. Everything's good there. AC power. Yeah, we're good on everything up here. All the generators on auto. Takeoff data is set. Doors need to be closed and locked. I haven't done that yet. Go over here to doors, closed, closed, close, and then go back to, let's go to our ground service and maintenance, and wheel chocks can come off. Fantastic. And leave that there. Beacon needs to come on now. That's up top here. Beacon, there we go. Fuel pumps and quantity. Fuel pumps are on. The quantity is a little over 10,000. Hydraulic pumps all need to go auto or on. So right click, right click, right click, and right click. No, right click the switch there. Captain Mac. Parking brake as required, and then engine start and all that good stuff. So engine start's pretty straightforward because it's a FADEX system, right? So parking brake can stay set for the moment. Let's get this guy back where he belongs, and let's call up GSX, and let's get this pushback started. So prepare for pushback and departure. We want the nose right and tail left. And we do not want to start engines before pushback. Fantastic. So we should see him coming over, doing their thing. And let's see. That's the first flight of the day check. I'm not worried about that. So, starting the engines. Haven't done this in a little while. I'm trying to remember how to start the engines now. Yeah, we both need that dog tag. Dog tag and I are both going to try and build a new high-end flight sim PC together, and then we're going to look to try and be able to build those for any of you guys that are interested in purchasing them. We want to be able to build them nice and cheap. So in other words, the PC that I want to build, I told you, it's right around anywhere from $2,200 to $2,700. If you get the exact same setup built by somebody else, it would cost you pretty much twice that. In fact, more than that. It costs almost $7,000. But we're going to build it substantially cheaper than that. So obviously, you know, the ideal would be to make a little bit of money, but not to get rich off of it. Parking brake released. Now, if I remember, these are FADEC. I don't know what's with the ice thing. Is it just because these guys aren't on? That's the ice test thing. It's really obnoxious. Probes should come on later, right? I don't know why it's doing that. I guess it's just telling me it's detecting ice or something. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But anyway, okay. So starting the engines. I don't remember if we start. Let's put continuous ignition on. I don't remember if we start with the left or the right engine on this one, but typically you start with the right engine. So you should just. Yeah. We press start. Come down here, and then it's at 18%, if I remember. Yeah, it should be 18%. You're gonna left click this guy and then move the throttle. And you have to move the throttle, otherwise it won't start. Hey, I remembered how to do it, guys. Give me some props here. I'm not getting any love, am I? You guys don't care. You guys don't care at all?
Set parking brake.
That was a quick pushback. Alright, parking brake is set. Alright, looks like engine 2 is stabilizing already. Fantastic. Let's go to the left engine here. Start. Looking for 18% on the N2. I'll pop it up for you again. Same thing, you'll left click this and then move the throttle forward. So left click, throttle forward, and then you can pull the throttle back immediately. And that fires the engine. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Telling us the yaw damper's still not on. Try it again. There it is. Yaw damper's on. You know, nothing changes on there. It looks the same, right? So it's hard to tell if you actually turned it on or not. Okay, that takes care of that checklist. Let's go to our after start check. So I've got the checklist in front of me, a paper version. That's why I'm not hopping over to Dave every time. Gen 1 and 2 need to be on auto. They should have already been, which they are. Fantastic. Bleed valves and packs, auto and on. So they're on right now. See, if you click it, it turns off. So that's good. Anti-ice as required. So let's turn on the cowl anti-ice for now because it's 9 degrees out. And then let's make sure our probe heat's on as well. Probe heat on is next anyway. Electrics check, rudder check, nose wheel steering, it needs to be armed. And that one's down here. Nose wheel steering, armed, fantastic. And we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. Now, see, that keeps happening to me, you guys. Soon as I back out, it spawns an aircraft in the spot we were just in. Like, that's just ridiculous, right? Or right next to it in this case, actually, because we were right here, weren't we? Maybe he pulled in. Maybe he pulled in this time. That's happened quite a bit, actually, right? Let's look at the overhead view here real quick, just because this is default scenery, right, guys? And so you can see I've got a lot of traffic out there, too. So with default scenery, it's always kind of hard to tell, right? So we actually have to taxi up over here, right, in order to get to Bravo, which is this guy right here. That's what we need to do to get up here to 16 right. So I'm not sure where it looks like the taxi line comes out here, and then yeah, we'll take it to the right. So I just wanted to verify that real quick. Let me put my track IR hat on and get my chair seated here, squared away. Hold on one sec. All right, fantastic. Thanks, Richard. I appreciate it. I actually remembered how to do things. I'm impressed with myself here. So you can see our frame rates are really good, but I've still been getting some choppiness. Not really sure what that's all about, but it is what it is. Track IR coming on, a little jump here. There we go. That's actually a big jump, isn't it? Okay. Everything's looking good here. Let's get that parking brake off. And, you know, why did we not have flaps on this? Oh, because we didn't do the taxi check yet. Flaps are on the taxi checklist. So flaps are going to go to 8. That's this guy down here, right, is what we're looking at. And that's the second notch on the flaps there is 8. Man, track IR is acting really weird. I've really gotten used to VR, guys, so track IR is a little weird to me now. Trims green and percentage. So for the trims, you know what, track IR, come back off here real quick. Let's jump down here to Dave, and it was under, what was it, payload and fuel, right? Yep. So takeoff trim is supposed to be 7.8%. Can everybody still hear me fine? My microphone sounds weird all of a sudden. 7.8% on the trim. Right, so if we come down here, our trim indicator is right here, and it's at 7.5. So we want to trim that up. Whoa, it gets moving quick though. Come on. There we go. 7.8 is where we want to be on the trim, so that's good. What else we got over here? Thrust reversers are armed. That's these two guys right here, armed. Bam. Flight instruments are checked. FMS auto tune. That's making sure that we're on FMS. It's this one here. So it's on FMS 1. That's where we want to be. Okay. Brake temp checked. I'll pop this up. Brake temp is 0 across the board, so we're good. What else did that say on there? Reverse is armed. Takeoff config. Okay, that's what we want. Cowl anti-ice is on. That's good. Continuous ignition is on. Seatbelts and no smoking. So we're good on all of that. Track IR, come back on. A little jump. There we go. Big jump. I should just start saying big jump from now on. And parking brake is off, so we're going to follow this up around to the right, bringing in some thrust right now. I hear a dog barking outside. There she's starting to move finally. We'd be cutting it a little close with our wing in that airplane there, huh? Let's go ahead and get just a little more thrust in here and get her moving. Shouldn't seem to want to move yet. Come on, you old beast, let's go! Flyboy is driving you bonkers. Why? Hey, thanks, American Airlines pilot. Sing us a song while you're at it, will you? Welcome aboard, by the way. Getting through it all, but then something comes up and just, ugh. Well, what comes up? Talk to us about it. Maybe we can explore it a little bit while we're on this live stream and see if we can find a solution for you. I mean, after all, that's what we do, right? Okay, I need a drink of something. Stand by. Stand by to stand by. Alright, so, as any good pilot would do, as we're taxiing out here, I'm going to check my text messages. Come on, guys, that's funny. I know pilots text while they fly. When I'm done with this, I've got some DCS Harrier training going on. So we're actually... So the virtual fighter wing that I fly with, which I've mentioned many times, is no longer just a fighter wing. It is now a full carrier strike group. So the Harrier has already dropped for DCS, and it is absolutely awesome. I love it. Razbam did a great job. They've got some work to do on it yet, but we're all used to that in P3D anyway. And then the pre-purchase for the F-18 has gone out. So I pre-purchased the F-18, and now we're waiting on, so when that drops, obviously I'll get that, because originally we were just an F-18 squadron anyway. So I'm really looking forward to when that F-18 drops, because that's the airplane that I don't know, I want to say that's the one I want to fly most, but that's just not true, because not only am I having a ton of fun with the Harrier, especially doing vertical takeoffs and landings, which is a real trip on that thing, but I'm really super excited about the F-14 Tomcat that Heat Blur Simulations is designing, and that's hopefully going to be out like early this summer. And what's really cool about that, so of course, you know, you guys are all familiar with shared flight deck, right? Which is something that there are a few aircraft you can do that in with P3D and you know, I don't know about X-Plane, but P3D and FSX, there's some aircraft that you can do shared flight deck in, right? Well, the Heat Blur F-14 is a shared cockpit, which means you fly with a pilot and a RIO, which is a radio intercept officer, or radar intercept officer, my apologies. So my buddy Wood, and if he's watching this, he'll probably get all giggly and stuff, you know, because that's how he is. He's a giggly kind of guy. But my buddy Wood, he's a retired Marine, former Marine, great guy. We have a ton of fun flying together in DCS, and him and I are both going to get that F-14, and we're going to take turns flying as pilot and RIO in the F-14. So I got to tell you, I am super excited about that. Like, that is going to be absolutely awesome. So I texted him before the live stream, and I was like, hey, either I'm going to live stream or I can fly with you, and he didn't answer right away. So I said, okay, we're going to live stream, and then he texted me after I started the live stream, and he's like, oh yeah, I want to fly. Okay, well, now you got to wait. So I told him, give me a couple hours to do this live stream, and then I'm going to do some flying with him. So let's see here. TK, support squad. Yeah, buddy. Not sure what American Airlines pilot is saying there. Do I remember your name? You know what? I do not. Let me think. Hold on. Don't tell it to me yet. Let me think. I'm gonna have to think for a few minutes. Let me think about it. I'm just, you know, and I'm really terrible with names. And I think I mentioned that when you told me your name and I forgot it. Man, now I feel bad about that. For some reason, I want to say Jeff, but that's not right, is it? Is it? No, it's not Jeff. Need to watch the departure because that's where, for some reason, mine's going weird on me. Basically, LNAV is not tracking correctly. Might be something I'm missing. Are you making sure that down here on nav source, you're set to FMS1? So you need to be on FMS1 on nav source in order for it to track the LNAV properly. And then you come over here, and before departure, and I'll just do it now, you can arm the LNAV. We haven't set the altitude yet, which I don't even remember that in the checklist. It's set at 10,000, so we can scroll this up to 40,000. And I'm trying to do this while taxiing. What can I do for you, Raylyn? Yes, I absolutely can, but you need to wait until I'm done with this, okay, baby? We'll do it when I'm done. She wants me to close the door. She wants me to make it's like a little cat pillow thing that you kind of make, and her and I are gonna make it together. So that's gonna be fun. Something I'm missing. LNAV problems. Crash and burn. Oh, thanks a lot. Did I have it right, American Airlines pilot? Is it Jeff? No, I don't think I had it right. Okay, anyway, so we've got nav armed. That's our LNAV. We're going to arm the altitude. I guess we can't arm the altitude because we need to use vertical speed or speed mode, right? So, like right now, the speed is at what? I'll pop this up for you guys. So speed's at 170, right? Wow, why is it going way over to the left there? I'm letting it taxi a little quick because we got a long taxi. But anyway, for the speed, so let's just say I want to climb at 250 knots, right? Just as an example. So I set the speed there, and then we'll click on the speed hold after we depart, and then autopilot engage, and that'll do its thing. Okay, flight director's already on, so make sure the flight director's on as well because you need that for LNAV. It's Ricky. See, I knew I wasn't even close. Is it really Ricky? Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah, I'm sorry. My apologies, Ricky. I'm terrible with names, man. He's getting mad at me. He's like, Ricky, dang it. My name is Ricky. I'm just giving you a hard time. I'm bad with names. I will forget again. Dog Tag and I are personal friends. Like, he's actually been to my house, and I forget his name sometimes. He's probably getting mad at me now too. He's like, are you serious? Alright, let's go ahead and pull these throttles back a little. Taxiing out here much faster than we probably need to. This thing's a little squirrely on the ground, in my opinion. Let's see, where's our zoom format? Let's see, range. Bring that down. 10 will work. Oh yeah, we're going way too fast. I could have just dove into the turn there, but that would have probably been ugly. So I just went ahead and bypassed the line there a little bit. That's alright. Alright, coming on up here to our hold short point. And we need to make sure TCAS is on as well, right? Should TCAS automatically turn on? I don't recall. I answered to many things. That's funny. Alright, cut the throttles to 0 here. 16 right. You can see that right there. So we're at the correct runway. Bring her to a stop.
16 right.
And she helps us with that as well. Okay, let's look down here. This is a nice thing about track IR sometimes. So let's go to TCAS. And it's on. So we should be good, right? Yeah, I think we're good. Because if we click that, yeah, that's off. Like the little thing doesn't move. Which way is on, which way is off? Ooh, that's a good question, isn't it? Let's go... which one is it here? This one? That's the range. TCAS. Because there should be other aircraft out here, right? No, get back on there. TCAS. I think that's on, but I'm not seeing any aircraft at all. So that's interesting. You guys tell me which is on, blue or white? See, that should be on auto, right? Not standby. Yeah, that's gotta be, so it's gotta be the blue one. TA only, yeah. So that's on auto, that's on. And it's on above, below. The reason I'm getting confused because the test is in white and you click on it, right? I don't know. I think we got it right, to be honest with you. If somebody thinks I'm wrong, let me know. Let's put this back on map. Tracker coming off, a little jump, big jump actually. Okay, let's take over our before takeoff checklist. Lights and strobes as required, so landing lights all come on. We never turn taxi lights on. That seems to be something I'm forgetting quite a bit lately. That's kind of strange. Strobe lights come on as well. Fuel cross flow manual and then off. And this is like a little check you do. We're not going to mess with it, so I'm not doing it. Ignition and anti-ice as required. So wing anti-ice will stay off for now. The cowl anti-ice will stay on, and then continuous ignition. Flight attendant advised. Transponder TCAS on as required. Pretty sure we have it on. Radar terrain display as required. Now there is a lot of terrain around here. Where is the terrain display? It's one of these, isn't it? It's this one, right? That's the test, though. No, I think that's... I don't know if it shows up on there or what. Blue is on. TCAS will work after 60 knots in auto position. Okay, great. Thank you very much. And then check. What is it? CAS check clear. Crew advisement systems. Let me see. Okay, text message. Hold on a sec, guys. Gotta send a text message. I know somebody's probably watching this as a video right now, going, "Ah, yeah, this is a shame. Yeah, you shouldn't do that." Blah blah blah. But you know, whatever. It is what it is, right? Okay, that's sent off. Eric texts me as well. I need to get to him. Oh, I hate that click spot. Okay, tracker coming on, big jump. There we go. Anybody on approach? Those are some really clear skies for partly cloudy, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That just looks weird to me. But whatever. Let's pull forward here. Come on. Boy, she doesn't want to get moving right now. Everything's set. All of our takeoff checks are good. Not to start an engine fire. Oh yeah, the JS41, I do have it, Flyboy, and I don't really care for it, to be honest with you. That one and the Razbam Metroliner, I've had just nothing but trouble with them. The Metroliner starts, that thing catches fire all the time for me. It's ridiculous. Okay, so we need to remember once we start climbing out to put the throttles in climb mode, right? You see that throttle jump right there when I moved it? That's that throttle issue. Alright. Let's hope I don't have the issue with the throttles going all the way forward like I did before. Alright, swing her around.
Runway 16 right.
You gotta love that runway advisory system, right? Alright, start bringing in a little more throttle here. See that jump again on throttle 2? Alright, full thrust. See? Oh, these things are a pain. This throttle's junk. Alright, 137 is what we're looking for here. There we go, speed's coming up. Little crosswind there. 80 knots. Coming up on 120. Trying to keep her centered. And rotate. Alright, up, up, and away. Positive ready to climb. Gear coming up. There it is. Looking good. And let's see here. Let's zoom this down just a bit further. Let me pop that up for you guys real quick. So you can see we're going to have to turn about the other direction there. Whoa, she's climbing now, huh? It wants us to turn already too, which I think is a little bit on the ridiculous side. Alright, looking pretty good though. Let's get a little altitude before we start that turn, huh? I mean, come on now. Alright, looking pretty good though. Bringing just a little bit of nose down trim in there. We don't need to climb like maniacs here. Alright, let's go ahead and start this turn now. Remember, the nose is gonna try and drop on you. Okay? So remember to apply a little bit of back pressure. You might have to kind of go back and forth, add a little, remove a little, so on and so forth. Right? And it's wanting us to bring the nose down further now. We can go ahead and let her come down a little bit. Now you can see here, you probably can't see it. That should be our flaps there, if I remember correctly. So, coming up on that, we'll go ahead and we'll take it to flaps 1. There we go. Flaps going to 1. And we're looking good. What's our speed at there? It's pretty hard to see that guy, isn't it? Looking good though, looking good. Oh, it looks pretty, doesn't it? Even for default, it doesn't look too bad. A little bit more nose down trim there. She's trying to climb, that's for sure. Speed's coming up nicely. Swinging her all the way back around. And we should be going straight to TCH now. Now she's got the direct thing on there. Not really sure what that's all about, but I think we can go direct to TCH. That's what it wants us to do here. There's 10,000 feet already. Flaps coming up. Let's go ahead and get the landing lights off. Taxi lights off. Let's go ahead and set speed mode on here. Autopilot engage. So it should adjust to climb at 250 knots. Right? And we've already got the LNAV engaged, right? Because we engaged nav over there. Okay, by clicking on speed and setting this to 250 knots. Now, sometimes what it does, see, it went to 235. That's what it's trying to climb at now. So let's go ahead and bring that up to 250. There we go, 250. Track error coming off, big jump. There it is. All right, so we set that to 250. You can see the nose starts coming down, speed starts coming up. and it's going to try and maintain 250 knots in the climb. Now, we could climb faster. We could say, let's go to 300 knots now, right? There we go, 300 knots. And so it'll keep that nose coming down, but it should not descend. That's one thing that, you know, sometimes some aircraft, when the flight dynamics is not done very well at all, it'll start to descend to try and gain speed. It should not descend. It should maintain, at a bare minimum, straight and level flight to gain speed, right? Okay, there we go. So there's Salt Lake down there. Beautiful looking area. And we are on our way, over 10,000 feet. What do we got going in the chat over here? You haven't been in the air with it, so... Oh, you're talking about the JS41. Okay. Hey, you love that dirt runway, huh? That was pretty fantastic, actually. I'm proud of myself for that one, you guys. That was no easy landing. You know, I pulled off another pretty cool one the other night. I was flying with my buddies on DCS World, and we were practicing our landings on the aircraft carrier with the Harrier. And we were just farting around a little bit, and I decided to land in front of one of them, and it worked out pretty well. And then next to us was a destroyer, and the destroyer's got a little helo deck on it, but there was no helicopter on it. So I decided to try and land on the helo deck of the destroyer, which is a pretty small space, and I managed to put it down on there. It was pretty cool, actually. Well, the jumpiness itself, normally, yes, dog tag, that's FSU IPC. Sometimes it's a little jumpy and it's a little weird and obnoxious, but that's not the problem I'm having, because does your SciTech throttle go into reverse thrust all of a sudden? Oh, dog tag sent me a text as well. Alright, let's close that out for now. I'm talking about my phone. But them clouds do look pretty good up close though, don't they? Pretty good structure to them. I just, you know, I don't know, for partly cloudy, I thought we would have more cloud coverage. And of course I've got mine cranked up, so I don't know. Shall we hop outside the aircraft and see how it looks, guys? Let's hop outside. Probably a little loud. Not too shabby though, right? A little bit of turbulence there. You can see her moving around just a little bit. It is a fun airplane to fly. It really is. So just as a reminder, guys, we are doing a fundraising drive here for a new throttle. Now, of course, nobody has to donate money to it. Don't worry about it. I just like to throw it out there. We've had $50 donated so far. Very generous of you guys. I really appreciate it. And I know it's a lofty goal on there. It doesn't really have to reach $1,000. But any money that's donated through this ongoing drive, which I think goes until March something or other, will go towards the new throttle quadrant. So, you know, feel free, don't feel free, doesn't matter. It's up to you guys. Just want to throw it out there real quick, whatever. I kind of feel like I'm begging for money, which I don't really like to do. So, you know, you guys have always been super generous. You know, my subscribers are fantastic. So, you know, I think you guys are awesome. You guys know that. Oh, look, the APU. Oh, you know what? We didn't do the takeoff checklist. I'm an idiot. Okay, first of all, climb check, fuel crossflow is good, bleeds an APU set. So APU needs to go off, and then I think you need to click on that thing to close it. Yep, there we go. Okay, because we were just burning extra fuel there like a doofus. Lights and passenger signs are good. Thrust reversers can go off. There we go. Thrust reversers coming off. And then crew advisory systems checked. These guys over here. Cowl anti-ice is on. We can turn on, what's the temperature outside at this point? Temperature is on this one, right? Let's see here. See, now why is this saying the temperature is 22 degrees? I think that's a bug, you guys. I really do. So, but we're going to go ahead and let's throw the wing anti-ice on as well. And then we're good to go with our checks. So, good times. I was being distracted slightly. Anyway, so we're looking good here, climbing at 300 knots. Let's see. Doesn't jump into reverse, but if I activate the air brake, it moves my throttles forward. Yeah, that's really obnoxious, actually. Yeah, it could be Flyboy. I don't know. You have to check that out, man. Both build new computers and live stream the builds. Yeah, I definitely want to do that. When you fly, season word placed to be virtual pilot. I don't know what you're saying there, Ken. Let's try that again. Alright, we're looking pretty good though, guys. Let's take a look down here. Let's see, it's estimating... Well, there's no way we're going to have 9,000 pounds of fuel left when we get to KLWS. So, yeah. Not sure what that's all about, but whatever. Alrighty, guys, I will be back. It's going to go quiet for a second. I will be back momentarily, and we will continue the program. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that short delay there. Alright, what do we got? Oh, I hate that stupid quick spot. It's ridiculous. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, worst place to be a virtual pilot. So you're looking for episode 3. I'll probably try and work on that this weekend. I don't know if I'll get a chance to or not, but if I can, I certainly will. It's a great series, and there's actually going to be another one coming up in the not too distant future. I'm going to do sort of a similar type of live stream that's going to be for a new tour challenge that we've put on over at Mac Air. It's for what do you call it? It's a bunch of flights around Australia, but they're to little dirt strips and stuff like that. So that'll probably be like season 2 of that. But we got a lot more airports to fly into on the worst place to be a virtual pilot anyway. Yeah, I'm still learning the aircraft as well, Flyboy, so we'll see how it goes. I am still doing the life of a virtual cargo pilot. I've actually got an episode recorded on that, and I just need to edit it and then upload it and all that stuff, so. What else we got going on, guys? Nobody's talking all of a sudden. So what else we got going on, guys? Anything? Talk to me, people. We got an hour and a half to kill here. I mean, we've already been at it for almost an hour and a half, but still. We gotta kill some time, right? I haven't done any of the difficult approaches in a long time. I would like to get back to those. Last time I was working on one, I was trying to do the approach into Paro, and I just kept messing it up royally, and I got frustrated with it and kind of gave up on it. So I definitely need to get back to that. Probably need to find the scenery again and stuff like that, and I'm sure there's a lot more as well, so. Oh boy, you got an old one there, FS 2004. No, James, we didn't make the website ourselves. We found somebody to do it for us who did an excellent job. And that's the same person we'll go through to continue making improvements to it. But we had them build it. We decided to make our own VA because Eric and I both flew for several different VAs for a long time. And the reason we flew with several different VAs is because each one had something to offer that we wanted to do. And so we had to fly with different VAs to do that. And we decided that we'd really like one that provided the opportunity to to fly all the different things you wanted to fly, but with one virtual airline. And so that's why we decided to go ahead and start our own. I think my favorite difficult approach so far has been the one into Juneau. That was a lot of fun flying that one, Richard. Well, and that's the thing, Flyboy. If you fly with ours, you get to fly. There's 3 different divisions that offer 3 different things for you, so. Oh, I've flown in Innsbruck a bunch of times, Scott. It's just not part of my difficult and dangerous approaches. No, I haven't done Lukla yet. I need to get a proper scenery for that before I do it. So one of the things for unusual, difficult, and dangerous approaches is that I need to have a good scenery for it, right? So if it doesn't have a good scenery, then you don't really get the full feel. The only exception was I flew into DCA, I think it was, the River Visual Runway, what was it? Runway 9 or Runway 6 approach? I don't remember. But the River Visual approach, I was able to do it without having an add-on scenery. Although there's a good add-on for DCA as it is now, so I might redo that one at some point. I have a proper scenery for Innsbruck, and I've flown in there a bunch of times, just not as part of the Unusual, Difficult, and Dangerous Approaches series. And then I think there's some good ones out there for Lukla, but I don't recall. Yeah, again, Ken, I was working on Paro, but I need to find the scenery again. So, I don't know where I put it at. Flyboy, here's the link. There you go. Go to MacAirVirtual. Excuse me, little hiccup there. MacAirVirtual.com. Does Aerosoft have a good Lukla? So keep in mind, of course, you know, to do something like flying into Lukla, I need to get the scenery, and of course that costs money. So you know, it'll have to wait until I can get the scenery. My pleasure, Flyboy. Glenn, welcome. Great to have you here. Somebody a little while ago, I saw it for a split second. We had somebody that subscribed to the channel there, so I appreciate that. Whoever that was, thank you very much. Alex, I see your comments on it. Well, I see your comment saying my comments aren't getting through. Squawk 7500. Yeah, so again, I was trying to find my scenery for TNCM because I've flown in there before and I can't find my scenery anymore. So I got to figure that out. Peter, welcome. Peter Mathis is here. I think this is the first time I've seen you on the channel, Peter. Hey, for those of you guys who don't know, Peter Mathis, if you're the same guy I'm thinking of, has a pretty darn good channel himself. Some great videos on there. Is it your channel I'm thinking of, Peter? Oh, here we go with Alex. Alex is always threatening to call the FAA on me. Of course, they probably just laugh at him. They'd be like, well, we don't care what he does. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's your YouTube channel I'm thinking of, Peter. As a matter of fact, let me just take a peek here real quick, because I can put links in here, right? So let me, in fact, pretty sure that I'm subscribed to your channel, Peter. Yeah. Peter, is that how you say your name? Peter Mathis? It's got the, it's Mantalk Productions, Naval and Aviation, correct? Boy wonder, I'm not neglecting Twitch, I just don't have it up right now. TK is supposed to be my Twitch man. He's supposed to be checking on the comments over there. So for you folks over on Twitch, I do apologize if you've been leaving some comments and I haven't said anything. Please give me a minute here, and TK, I'm sure, will hop over there and take a look for me, and we will be able to address your comments. Hey guys, yeah, so Peter, I love your channel. I think it's fantastic. Hey guys, here's a link to Peter's channel. If you get an opportunity, go on over there and check it out. It's a fantastic channel. I really enjoy watching his work over there. He's got some great stuff on there. So check out Peter's channel, guys. And thanks for joining us on here, Peter. Really appreciate it, and thank you for the compliments. I didn't know you were a subscriber to my channel. Yeah, you ought to do a stream, Peter. That'd be fantastic. Way to go, TK. Way to go. yeah, Flyboy. Peter's got a great channel over there, and he's got that. Where are you from, Peter? I want to make sure I get the description of the accent proper. Well, let's go ahead and I need to. Oh, I hate that click spot. Need to zoom this out a little bit here. There we go. And we're going to have to decide on our approach here pretty soon before it'll give us a top of descent point. Oh, my pleasure, Jacob. Great to have you on here, buddy. And of course, it always uploads as a video when I'm done as well. So let's start. Let me pull up weather here. And let me see what the weather is at KLWS. We're looking at 0 at 0. And I got to write it down. Hold on. KLWS 0 at 0 on the wind. 3001 on the altimeter. Alright, and the temperature is 14 degrees. The temperature is clearly wrong on this thing. It's never changed. It's been at 22 degrees the entire time. I don't understand that, so whatever. It is what it is. We could probably turn anti-ice off, though. I don't think we need it on anymore. These three up here. Continuous ignition can go off for now as well. I don't think we need that on anymore either. Proper Cambridge. So it's that English accent overall, which is very soothing, I think. Hey Joe, thanks for saying hi, buddy. Really appreciate it, man. Great to have you jump on for a minute. No, I didn't make that click spot. It does it on its own. That's for the what do you call it here? The HUD, which I dislike. So no dual nationality for me, Peter. Yeah, you guys scroll back up in the comments and take a peek there at Peter's channel. What do I use to multi-stream? I use a thing called IO or Restream.io. So if you go into Google and just type in Restream as one word, it'll take you to a place called Restream.io. Sign up for an account there and get yourself all set up, and then you link whatever accounts you want. So I've got Twitch and YouTube linked on there, obviously, and you're able to multi-stream like that. So hold on one second, guys. What's up, bud? Gonna be a little bit, okay? Yeah, I know. So when I'm done here, I'm gonna help Raylin, and then I'm gonna do the model with you, okay? Love you, buddy. I'm on a live stream here. We're not going to have a conversation about this, right? I told you when I'm done, I'll help you. And then when I'm done helping her, you and I will do yours, okay? I don't know. Go on. Love you both. That's what I said. Go. My children are driving me nuts. When I load in cold and dark and get ready for startup, the throttles don't work. The throttles will not work in cold and dark, Peter. The throttles won't move. No, because it was like that on the ground too, Jacob. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the HUD in these aircraft anyway. I mean, it's definitely something you use extensively in military aircraft and a necessity even. But for civilian aircraft, I'm just not a fan of the HUD. I don't think it really... I tried doing a flight in it in the 787, and I did the landing with the HUD, and I didn't like it. Yeah, it's going to be a busy day, Flyboy. That's alright, though. I love spending time with the kids. Yeah, usually, so Peter, when you, what he's talking about is this guy right here. See these? These little red levers are the throttle locks, right? So when you start the engines, if you go back to the beginning of the video, you'll see for the engine start, you gotta click on those and then move the throttle to start the engines. And that's what he's referring to. Yeah, it could be a little rough sometimes, but, well, I wouldn't say hard. It's just, you know, there's a lot going on. You know, you gotta remind yourself of what's most important, right? You know, I love the kids. That's why I haven't had as many videos up lately, and I do more live streams than I do videos, because videos actually take more time. But the downside is when I'm live streaming, I'm locked into here, whereas with a video, I can pause it and go do things, you know? Well, I agree with that, TK, but I don't know. You know, I've flown, I don't know if you guys have done this. So I picked up a VR set not too long ago, an Oculus Rift, and I use that for DCS, which is fantastic. So when I fly in DCS, I get about 60 frames a second. When I fly P3D in VR, I get 10 frames a second. All the settings are the way they are right now. You can see we're getting 70 frames a second right now, but when I fly in VR, it drops down to 10 frames a second. I don't know why. Yeah, there you go. That'd be a good one there, Peter. Oh, you know what? Do it out of Thessaloniki. That's actually one of the hubs for our virtual airline is Thessaloniki. Do the flight out of there. That'd be cool. Yeah, I can fly that one if you want, Jacob. Let me take a look at the charts here. I'm eating a candy bar, by the way. ILS runway 26. We'll fly that one. I like that one. Let's see. Oh, it comes right over the mountains too. Fantastic. That should be fun. Looks like it's got a procedure turn in it and everything. Let's do that one. I like that. And this is your request, right, Jacob? It's got to be since you live there. Oh, I agree, Peter. Spending time with the kids, man, that's priceless right there. That and time with God. You gotta spend time with God and time with the kids, time with the wife. Those are the three priorities. Not in that order. God, wife, kids. Spend that time, and I'll tell you what, you'll be a happy man. I'm not giving you my chocolate, Alex. You kidding me? You're the one who always threatens to report me to the FAA. Why would I give you my chocolate? Dougie Doug over on Twitch. What's going on, buddy? Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Sorry that I'm not monitoring Twitch as closely, but TK's monitoring it for me. He's a sponsor of the channel, by the way. And I think we got a couple sponsors on here right now. I know that Fishy Gaming was on here earlier. Do me a favor, guys, down in the comments section down below, just say thank you to the sponsors of the channel. They've agreed to pay a small amount of money every month for no other reason than just to sponsor the channel and, you know, help us continue to progress forward. So I really appreciate that. Now, there is a scenery for Thessaloniki, Peter, from, I think, Aerosoft. I don't have it yet either, though. James, I think the scenery in, or not the scenery, the CRJ and P3D version 4 is fantastic. I don't have any problems with it. I mean, it's got its bugs and stuff that all aircraft have, and, you know, Aerosoft's pretty good about addressing them, so. Flyboy, I'm the best kind of pilot, buddy. AJ, what's going on? How are you? Welcome. You were here earlier. You left and came back. Great to have you. You donated and don't see your donation, Richard? How long ago did you do it? And did you use the link down below? Started learning the Dash 8 Q400 by studying with your videos. You're welcome. Oh, that's okay. We get used to working around the English translation issues here anyway, but I'm glad that video was helpful for you. I have no idea what your name is because it's a bunch of Chinese characters, so I don't know if you... What was that? That's the second time. That's the second time I've heard that beep. You guys heard that, right? Anyway, if you can translate your name into English for us, that'd be fantastic, or at least an English equivalent. I know it doesn't usually translate properly, so... Oh, that's the noise. James Scott just subscribed. Thank you, James, for that. I appreciate it. That's what that noise was. That beep beep. That was for James Scott's subscription there. Now, Richard, the thing is working, so I don't know why it didn't pop up your donation. But the thing is working, and that's what that noise was. I don't know why I couldn't remember that that's the noise I put. But it's not showing that you've done a donation yet, so not really sure what that's all about. Hold on, let me check PayPal and see what it says on there, okay? because that's kind of weird. I mean, obviously it's working because when James just subscribed, it popped that up. Hold on, I gotta log into PayPal on my phone here. Yeah, I forgot my own sound for a subscriber. Yeah, so it's not showing for some reason on here. Oh, I got overspeed. Hold on, guys. Oh, I never moved. You guys forgot to remind me. I never moved it back. You guys are supposed to remind me to move it back to climb mode. Come on. You guys are supposed to be on the ball here. Shame on you. Shame on you all. Hold on, let me get it in climb mode. There it is, climb mode. Alright, so that should keep us from overspeeding at least. Oh, goodness. Okay, but anyway, so Richard, it's not showing up on PayPal, so it's got to be something on your end, my friend, and that's probably why it's not, why it didn't show the little pop-up here. Oh, Japan, my apologies. I don't recognize the difference between Japanese or Chinese writing. Maybe that's something I should work on, huh? Am I a good pilot? You buttered the bread at minus 76 feet per minute. You do it at 200, you got competition. Okay, Alex, well, my average landing rate over tens of thousands of flights is less than 200 feet. In fact, it's barely over 100 feet per minute. So when you've got about 15,000 flights and your average landing rate is about 120, then I've got competition. Hold on just a second, guys. What, baby? Yes, when I'm done, we are going to work on that, okay? In here? Yeah, we can do it in here if you want. Okay, when I'm done, I'll let you know, and then we'll work on that. Okay. I love you. Alright, scram, you little turd. Well, you can stay in if you want. Let's see here. Do you have any problems with the FMC on this plane? Try to do a missed approach and re-enter the new approach. It won't let me enter a new approach after I've gone missed. Interesting. Let's see how it looks time-wise, and if we've got the time, Jamie, then yeah, I'll do a missed approach and go out to the hold point and try and re-enter the approach and see what happens, okay? We'll have to see if we got the time. AJ, third live flight on the 777. You've got 3 flights in now. Have you got your first officer status now, AJ? So you guys know AJ flies for Emirates Airlines. He's a Boeing 777 pilot in the real world. And he's been a long-time subscriber to the channel, and he's become a good friend. So everybody say welcome to AJ for me. Are you talking in the sim or in the real world, Alex? Because I fly 737s, 747s, A320s, A330s, A340s, CRJs. I fly everything. Japanese has the tentacles? Not sure what you mean by that, to be honest, Jacob. Peter, that's actually an idea there. Trying to teach them to fly while on a live stream. Let's enter our approach in here. Wrong button. Okay, departure, arrival. Our arrival, we're not actually flying an arrival. We're going to fly ILS 26 approach. And let me look at my chart here again. So, let's see. You've got MQG, or, oh, that's a DME arc actually I'm looking at. You got Wixop, MQG, or Kupev. Let's see if there's another page on here. Welly. I hate when the waypoints or the transitions they show on here aren't even on the chart. Okay, there's Welly out there. Let me look at our flight plan real quick. MQG is where it's got us coming in at, which is, I mean, that's right over the top of the, almost over the top of the airport. That's the VOR. So you know what? I think I'm gonna go with MQG because I wanna go ahead and let it fly the procedure turn. I don't think it will, to be honest with you. Let's execute that. And then let's go back to our legs page here. Let's make sure we don't have any route discontinuities. We do not. So it's going to go from MQG to QPEV, and then it should go out to CFLSK, which is where the procedure turn starts, or just past it. So it's got procedure turn listed in there, and then intercept, and then WIXOP. Why is it going to WIXOP? That doesn't make any sense. Oh yeah, no, that's no bueno there. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about here. Hold on, I gotta pop this up for you real quick. Charts. Okay, so it's got us going to MQG here, then to QPEV, right? And then it says a procedure turn, which is, that's what this is, a procedure turn. But then after the procedure turn, it says WIXOP, which is back here, and then CFLSK. Well, that's no good, because basically it would do a procedure turn, and then it would turn back out here to WIXOP, and then go to CFLSK. So after the procedure turn, we needed to go to CFLSK, right? So let me switch back over here, and let's get that squared away real quick. Alright, so procedure turn and then CFLSK is what we want. So there's CFLSK. Now let's go back to the previous page. There's procedure turn there. So we actually need it to go right here. Actually it's intersect, right? Let's see something here. What's the, it's 264. Why does it show 200 degrees? WIXOP 264. Let's just put it right here. That's the way it should be, right? So previous page, there should be no discontinuity. So QPEV and then procedure turn, and then from there it should go to CFLSK and then to runway 26. Now, let's take a look at this here. Let me pop this guy over here and let's put this on plan page. Okay. And then, how do we step through this? Use this guy, right? Yep, there we go. Okay, so there's our top of descent. We're going to need to zoom this range way down. There's DNJ there. Okay. Covary, Cosno, Oxley. We're actually going backwards, just so you know. Okay. Alright, so there's MQG there, right? So let's get on that one first. Okay. So we're going to come in over here. It's supposed to go to MQG, and then it's going to jump back here. You see how that is? I don't like that. Right? Because I know I want to do the procedural turn, but I really don't like coming here, then trying to turn around to here, and then coming out here to do the procedural turn. You guys get where I'm coming from? Like, that's a little crazy. I'm not really sure about that one, you guys. I'm not sure what the best approach is there. It seems to me that it would make more sense, looking at the approach chart, to remove the procedure turn altogether, and then just get rid of MQG, get rid of the procedure turn, come in at WIXOP. So I'm looking at this right now. Let me show it to you guys. I think it makes more sense, since we're coming from over here, instead of going here, trying to come back and then come out and do the procedure turn, even though I'd like to do that. Instead, come in over here from Pile out here to WIXOP, and then turn inbound from there. I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm gonna reset this, and hopefully it won't give me any hassles about it. So I think the easiest way probably to do it is, there's Pile there, right? So we need to get rid of MQG QPEV. Let's go to the next page. We need to get rid of the procedure turn, and we can keep CFLSK in there, but we need to also put WIXOP in there, right? Which needs to come before CFLSK. So let's put WIXOP in there. W-I, and of course you can't see the X. X O-P, right? Yep. O-P. Let's put WIXOP before CFLSK, and then put CFLSK there. And then let's go to the previous page. Actually, let's grab WIXOP, and we want to go from Pile straight to WIXOP, right? Yep. So we'll do that, execute that, and so now you see on here, and I'll just zoom it out a little bit so you can see it. There we go. So it'll go from Pile. It's not going to hold that DME arc, unfortunately, and I don't know why that is. There's another waypoint we can put in there called Zagim. Let's put that one in there as well. That comes before WIXOP. So let's go ZAGIM, ZAGIM, and that's going to come right before Wixop. So there's Wixop, so we want to put it before that. Grab Wixop again and fill the discontinuity, and you can see what that does on there. We haven't executed it yet. It still doesn't really do our DME arc, and I can try and do that manually, but I probably won't mess with it, to be honest with you. But at least that gives us a better approach, and then from Wixop it'll turn on course from there. So I like that a lot better. Let's put that back on the nav page or the map. There we go. And then top of descent, so this is 40 nautical miles. We're almost 40 nautical miles out from our top of descent, so we're going to be coming on it pretty quick here anyway. I don't know why the airplane's turning right now. Like, why did it get off course? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Alright, let me take a look at the comments here, and then we'll get set up for our top of descent. Okay, so okay, 1700 flight hours. I got about 300. I've got way more than 1700, Alex, to be honest with you. I've probably got somewhere in the neighborhood of about 4,000 hours in flight sim. Senior co-pilot, fantastic, AJ. Congratulations on that. Otis has a question. Otis, if you already asked it, I'll get to it here in a second. Let's see. Become a Linux engineer. Alright, fantastic, Alex. Nothing wrong with that at all. Linux. How to put P3D version 4 add-on file in an external drive. Can you do a video on that? I've been trying to figure out how. What do you mean add-on file in an external drive? Are you asking, Otis, are you asking how do you put P3D version 4 on an external drive? Or just a file for P3D version 4? I'm confused. Either one is actually a simple process, but okay, yeah, I don't know what happened, Richard, but I you know, I apologize that didn't work out. Degraded myself from A320, yep, and on to Emirates, and there he is. Hey, thanks for subscribing to Peter's channel, Richard. I appreciate it. Take the DME at Wixop ARC. That's what I'm going to try and do. Pilot SK. 11-hour flight from Berlin to St. Martin. Take me way too long. Yeah, it would take 11 hours, Alex. I do too fly the A320 sometimes, AJ. Welcome back, Ricky. Live? Yeah, I'd do it live. Sure, I would. Eventually, when there's a good one for P3D version 4. Nothing on the 787 to P3D right now. Just that it'll get there eventually. Okay. Just the add-on file, it's filling my drive up. Okay, so if you want just the add-ons moved to an external drive, you can't do that, Otis. That won't work. You won't be able to fly the sim. Hopefully that answers your question. You have to have them on the same drive. Okay, coming up on top of descent here in a little bit. Didn't get to finish my candy bar yet. Let's look at our descent checks. Landing elevation needs to be set. We've already done that. Fuel is checked. TCAS as required. Radar as required. Terrain display as required. I don't know if the terrain display comes on. I clicked on it, right? So terrain display is this guy down here, right? Radar. Oh, nope, that's radar test. Where's the terrain? There it is. Radar terrain. Let's click on that and see what we get. I don't know if we'll get anything on that or not. We'll find out. If I'm missing something on there, you guys let me know. Let's see. And then it says landing data set. I don't know. Oh, I know what he's referring to. Over here on Dave, if we go to our V speeds, so for landing, it's telling us based on our current weight, 144 knots for V2GA, so that's for go round. VFTO is 224 knots, and then our VREF is 136 knots, right? So let's click landing. I click it a few times because it doesn't seem to always go over there when you click it right away, but hopefully it's in there now, but we'll keep that in mind too. 136 knots is our VREF, so 141 is our approach speed, right? And then approach briefing complete. We haven't actually done that yet, so let's hop over to our chart here. And let's take care of our approach briefing. There we go, charts. Okay, so it's going to be the ILS runway 26 approach for us today. The ASOS instead of ATIS is going to be on 135.575. Seattle Center on 23.905, and then Lewiston Tower or CTAF, depending on whether or not it's open, would be on 19.4 with ground on 21.9. Keep in mind we're not using ATC yet, but hopefully we will be in the near future. Localizer frequency is 109.7 with a final approach course of 264 degrees. Glide slope intercept at CFLSK 5,000 feet. ILS decision altitude 1,642 feet, and the airport elevation is 1,442 feet. Missed approach procedures: climb to 3,000 feet, then a climbing left turn to 5,300 feet direct to the MQG VOR and hold, so it's actually around this way and then back. Continue climbing and hold to 5,300 feet. And then we're not using the procedure turn on this one. We're going to come in from over here, zag him to Wixop, and then in from there, and we should be good to go. So we need to set our decision altitude. We're probably almost on top of descent now, and you guys can't see that yet because I haven't changed it. My bad. I'm in the aircraft right now, just so you know. Okay, there we go. You guys are in the aircraft with me as well. So yep, just about on top of descent. So let's go ahead and let's change our altitude down to 6,000 for now. I think we can get away with. Bring this down to, come on. Man, it's coming down slow for some reason. Come on. I don't know why it's coming down as slow as it is, but. Alright, there we go. 6,000 feet. And then we will start off by using the speed mode for our descent, right? So if we just go to speed mode, click on that. So right now our speed is at Mach 0.78, and so it should just hold level basically. And then what we'll do is, if we want to increase our speed, then, or if we want to increase our rate of descent, we'll just increase the speed a little bit. That's the easy way to do it. The other way to do it would be to use the vertical speed, which we can do that as well. I mean, it's really up to us, right? So there we go, there's that. Let me see what we got going on in the comments here. Any questions on the approach briefing, by the way? Only uncontrolled at night. That's pretty typical for airports that have a tower, Jacob, but that are not run 24/7. So let's zoom this in a little bit. There we go. Then we'll have a better idea when to start our descent. AJ's getting on me already. Alright, coming up on it here, guys. What do we got? 5 miles out from top of descent. So what we can do is we'll just pop both those up, right? And so right now it's set at Mach 0.78. It can go a little faster. I think I'm going to use the vertical speed mode actually. Let's put it on vertical speed mode. Right now it's saying down 0.1, so it's actually starting to descend just a little. There we go, 0, 0 right there. Let's just wait till we hit that top of descent point, and then we'll go ahead and we'll start our descent, and we'll be good to go, right? I think. I don't know. Just about there. Hold on one second, baby. Alright, let's go ahead and start descending here. Start out. Let's just start out around 2,000 feet per minute. Now we're definitely going to have to roll those throttles back. You can see even rolling throttles back, the speed wants to increase, right? Just got to keep a close eye on it there. There we go. So we're going to have to watch our speed closely. And then at any time we want, really, we can make adjustments to this, right? So, like right now, if I bring the speed down here, let's say Mach 7.2, and then I can adjust it up in a little bit and go to speed mode if I want. That's an option. That's one way of doing it, right? FMC on arrivals. Alright. Departure arrival page, arrival ILS 26. Is that what you're looking for? My favorite candy bar? I don't know. It's a toss-up between an Almond Joy or a Caramello. Oh yeah, you know what? You're right on that, Jambo 72. For some reason, I couldn't think of that. Yeah, he's right. So we can go to speed mode, right? And then you just roll the throttles back to descend. I don't know why, for whatever reason, my brain wasn't working. I was saying, oh yeah, if you want to descend quicker, you know, just increase the speed on here, right? But that's not actually what we want to do. What we want to do is we want to set the speed to whatever we want it to be, and then roll the throttles back, and it'll descend in order to maintain that speed. Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate it. So, American Airlines pilot, your question to AJ has been hidden, and I'm not going to allow it to post, but I'll go ahead and ask it for you. AJ, American Airlines pilot would like to know why you're yelling. Since you're typing in all caps, everybody thinks you're yelling. The reason we're going to fly the ILS 26 approach, AJ, is because that was specifically requested by Jacob. Report on right downwind, left visual. Why are you yelling, AJ? I actually really hate Snickers, Alex. Okay, hold on a sec. What, baby? What? No, baby. As soon as I land, I'll make it with you. Yeah, once I'm done talking to these guys, then we'll make that, okay? No, don't open it yet. Leave it right here. And then we'll make it in a little bit. I'll come get you when I'm ready. Love you. She's all excited about me making this little pillow thing with her. She's like, can we do it now? Can we do it now? Love that kid. Oh, we got some cloud cover here at least. Changes as per ATC. Okay, AJ's just messing with us. That's why. Alex, if you want some butter, man, go to the fridge and put some butter on some bread and you're good to go, brother. I don't know what you want from me. Where's Dog Tag at? He probably bailed, huh? He got scared. Alright. Well, on the upside, we're starting to get used to the airplane a little bit. I installed the hotfix number 2 for the Captain Sim 757 today. So I'm looking forward to getting an opportunity to see how that works out. That should be a good time. They changed a bunch of stuff on there. One of my complaints was that you couldn't hardly see the flight director on it, and apparently that's one of the things they fixed. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, so I don't know how it looks, but either way, should be great. I love that Captain Sim is putting the time and effort into that thing. That's good right there. Just a touch of choppiness. Let's hop outside for a second. Yeah, so we're getting a little choppiness there, even when we're getting 30-something frames a second. So, I don't know. That issue seemed to have gone away, and now it seems to be back. It's kind of frustrating. But it is what it is. We're going to suck it up. Yeah, Alex. I'll try and butter the landing. That's okay, Ricky. I don't, I'm used to cussing. I just try to keep it off the channel is all. So that's, it's actually set up on there that if you say a cuss word, it should flag it automatically, and then I get the option to either show it or hide it. And I chose to hide it just so that, it's just the way I thought it should stay, so. But that's alright. I asked the question for you. He took the only parachute. Thanks, TK. Really appreciate that. Hey, you been paying attention over there on Twitch and see what's going on? Maybe you could spend some time over there instead of giving me a hard time. You missed it last time, AJ. We actually had an emergency because we didn't have enough fuel, thanks to the CRJ planner not giving us enough fuel. So we had to divert. When we diverted, we were almost out of fuel. And the runway that I chose turned out to be a dirt runway, and I didn't know it until I was on short final, so I landed it on a dirt runway. Handling of what, James? Alright, Richard, thanks for joining us, man. Really appreciate it. Have a great day. And thank you for the donation. I know it didn't pop up, but yeah, we'll get it figured out, and I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's probably what it is, Alex. Thanks a lot. Well, Ricky, no need to get all upset. I'm not going to turn the engine off, AJ. AJ's just trying to give me a hard time. That's what he's on about. Thank you, darling. Be landing here in a little bit. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to put my track hour hat on. When I'm done, Ray, then you first. Okay. Alrighty, got my hand on AJ. Doesn't matter, just fly. Yep, exactly. Oh, that's a nice little cloud separation there, right? Look at that. I always like when you can fly in between the clouds. So this is Rex Skyforce, which I don't know. This particular cloud set's not looking all that great, but I mean, this is kind of some wow. It's just froze up on me. It's frozen. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Oh, I dislike when it does that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it right now. Let me check something. Screen might go black for just a second, guys. I'm going to actually check my processes here and see what's going on, because I actually have a thing going that should increase my performance, but for some reason it seems like it's going a little slow here. Let me kill a couple things that don't need to be running in the background. Yeah, like I really need the Java update scheduler to be running at 7000K right now. Like, what's the point, right? Or Microsoft Bing service, which I don't even use, is at 3500K. Just sucking up use, man. It's crazy. That's a little better there anyway. Yeah, like my CPU usage. Wow, it's really, everything's really high right now. CPU usage is at 60 up to 80%, which it should be, because I've got a thing that forces the cores to open, but I don't know if that's what's causing it. It shouldn't slow it down. It should actually make it run better. But it's pretty high right now, actually. Kind of crazy, to be honest with you. And I'm at a solid 10.2 gigs of RAM usage. So I don't really know why it's doing that. Maybe it made things worse rather than making them better. I could try to park the core. It's called a core parking. I'm looking at that right now. I can see, like, right now it's up to 90% usage, which is just crazy. Yeah, this sucker's gonna lock up here. Yeah, see, I've got all the cores. Let's try that. See if that helps. That didn't make any difference. Ah, there we go. That parked one core. That seemed to drop it a little bit. Let's bring it back down to 50. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to park 4 cores. Oh, that didn't make any difference. I don't know, guys. Not making any difference right now, is it? There we go. It is what it is. All right, let's get back in. Let's get back in the program here. Okay, so I'm going to bring in some throttle because I do not want to descend into the mountains, right? So I'm bringing in a bunch of throttle here, and the whole point is to get her to level off since I'm using the speed mode, and you can see we got lots of mountains there. We were descending way too fast. There we go. Go and put that speed at 250 knots. And we need to change our altimeter as well. The altimeter is 3001. So just I'll pop it up here so you can see it. Then, you know what? I never put it to standard. I blame you guys for this. I never put it to standard when we got above 18,000. I've been so busy talking and dealing with the kiddos and stuff, I never put it to standard. There we go, 3001, so we're at about 11,000 feet, which is way too low around these mountains, as you can see. So, very poorly controlled descent schedule on my part there. Video output's low all of a sudden. It's got to have something to do with my processes or something. Wow, that's terrible, actually. Oh, I think I need to switch that back to the way it was. I mean, it's doing fine though. My CPU usage is doing good. Everything's looking good, so I don't actually know what the problem is right now. Interesting. It's even my streaming is good. So I don't know why the video output is low right now, guys. Yes, I definitely need a new throttle. You aren't kidding. Watch the mountains. Oh no, I blame you, Alex. I blame you. Can't blame the packs for everything. TK, didn't I tell you to go over and monitor Twitch? Leave me alone, guys. Leave me alone. Oh, we're doing good right now. We're looking good here. We do need to probably bring the throttles back just a little bit. Don't need our speed to increase too much. We're still a little ways out here. Yeah, we're a long ways out here. Actually, that was a very poorly controlled descent there, wasn't it? What do we got here? Let's go to the legs page here. Oh, yikes. We are still 86 miles out, you guys. That is probably the worst controlled descent ever, because I wasn't paying any attention. None whatsoever. So, I have no idea what's up with the video output going. I don't know what the problem is. Tell me video output is low, and some viewers will experience buffering. I don't know if you guys are experiencing that right now, but I apologize. Everything on my system's running great. So, matter of fact, I'm going to step away just for a second here, since that's going to continue on level flight. Well, we're going to make sure it continues on level flight. I'm going to step away here for just a minute. I'm going to see if we got the internet running on 100 different things out here, and that should help. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Oh, we're burning some extra fuel flying way down here, aren't we? I mean, it was a semi-controlled descent, right? That's the frame rates. So, like, I'm getting 76 frames per second right now. I still have no idea why this thing is saying that my output is low, because it's not. When I look at my streaming app, my output is fine. So I don't know why it's saying that the output is low, to be honest with you. Well, it's still a nice view anyway, right? Yeah, sounds great, Peter. Have a great time, guys. Enjoy. How's the video quality for you guys? You having any streaming issues or anything like that? Because it's telling me that my streaming output is low. I really don't understand why it's saying that. It was fine before, and now it's saying it's low. AJ, you gotta turn the caps lock off, brother. Thanks, Ricky. Yeah, as long as it's running good, then whatever. I don't know why it's saying that. Maybe YouTube's just having an issue right now or something. Hard to say. Just stick to my words, AJ. Oh boy. Alright, thanks, Hub. Appreciate it. Hey, Captain United's here. Great to have you here, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Captain United, or Cody as he's more commonly referred to, is also a sponsor of the channel and runs his own YouTube channel as well, guys. So if you get a chance, not only would I appreciate you saying thank you to him for sponsoring the Captain Mac channel, but take a look at his channel as well and see how you find it. I think it's pretty darn good, and be sure to leave him some comments and let him know what you guys think of his videos and how he can improve or what he's doing right and all that good stuff. Hey, you like that rant, did you? Yeah, I get a little frustrated with things sometimes, don't I, guys? All this nonsense. My buddies that I fly with on DCS World, they give me a hard time because they're like, you know, or well, one of them gives me a hard time anyway. He comes on there and he tells me, he says, so yeah, I saw your live stream, yeah, it was cool. I mean, you just leave that thing on autopilot, don't you? I think he wants me to hand fly the approaches more. It's a little easier in DCS because I fly in VR. I can actually see how fast I'm going and all that stuff. But with track IR, it's kind of hard to see, to be honest with you. Oh, anytime, Captain United. Well, if you didn't watch my, I think it was the latest 787 video, it had the proper rant in it, TK. So you know, maybe you should. Maybe you should check out that video. Sorry, I got distracted for a second there. Alright, we're making some progress here, right over the mountains, getting a nice view anyway, right? Looking good. Frame rates are fantastic, so... Oh, there's a cool view, right? That's a screenshot right there, boys. I don't know what that choppiness is from, man. My computer's doing just fine. I don't get it. But it is what it is. Oh, look at that. All the mist down in the valleys and stuff. That's fantastic, isn't it? Some low-lying clouds, little sun shining through there. Good stuff. Oh, is that what that's called? Hell's Canyon? Cool. Thumbnail? Cody? What are you talking about? That looks a little bland, doesn't it? Like you would expect that terrain to look a little better. Well, thanks for joining us, Scott. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a great time, and be sure to watch for the video to pop up and check out how the landing goes. Oh no, thumbnail's already up. Alright. Getting closer. I can't believe I descended that quick. Man, I just flat out wasn't paying attention, huh? Yeah, that'll happen sometimes. Kids keep coming in and want to, my son wants to build a model. I'm going to build a model with him. My daughter wants me to help her put this pillow thing together. I want to help him out, so I keep telling him, as soon as I'm done with my live stream, as soon as I'm done. I mean, I've only been in here for a couple hours. We're at, what, 2 hours and 15 minutes, and you'd swear I've been in here all day the way they're reacting. Let's jump outside again here. Oh yeah, that looks fantastic. Boys are over here chatting it up on Discord, it looks like. Alright. Well, one way or another we'll get there, folks. That's for sure. We're just getting there a little slow. Yeah, I'm gonna fly the ILS, AJ. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Love how it dips through the clouds and stuff like that. You can sort of see them separating across the aircraft. It's a good time. Yeah, that temperature never changed on there, you guys. It stayed at 22 degrees the entire time, which is kind of crazy. Not sure what that's all about. That's alright though. We'll still get there. One piece. It is a flight sim after all. I'm going to check something here real quick. I'm going to give everybody a... There's a bunch of guys on Discord right now for Mac Air. And I'm going to give them all a hard time and ask them why they're not on here viewing my live stream. Oh, let's see here. Let's go in the lobby. If my phone will let me type. My phone's been super slow lately. I don't know what's up with it. I mean, I am the CEO after all, right? There we go. I just yelled at everybody on Discord. Okay, so how come I'm not getting any display for my terrain here? I mean, terrain should definitely be displaying now, right? But there's nothing. Do I need to change the mode for that to get terrain display, guys? And that's plan view, that's TCAS, weather, HSI. No. There's traffic on here. If you click the little button there, you can get traffic on here, but I don't understand why the terrain's not showing up. That doesn't make sense to me, to be honest with you. Hobbit Airlines got the PC back up and running. Fantastic. Well, Carl's on here. Carl jumped onto Discord there and said he is watching it. Tyracam tells us, Daniel says, I'm not on my computer. And he says, Daniel, there's YouTube apps, no excuse. In order to be able to do an online, to do a flight with me, I would have to set up a group flight using FS Cloud. You have to download FS Cloud and then you would be able to fly with me. Tilt above on terrain. You're talking about this guy here, right? That's TCAS. I mean, where's the tilt at? Ricky, go to macairvirtual.com and sign up. Welcome back, Pilot SK. Okay, now we're getting somewhere here. Alright, so we need to be at, let me look at my approach chart here, at 5,400 is our minimum safe altitude at Wixop. And at Zagim, same thing, 5,400. In fact, I think it's 5,400 for the DME arc. So we can take it down to 5,400 feet now. So what do we got on here? We've got this set at 6,000. Let's take this down to 5,400. And let's roll those throttles back and start our descent. Cody jumped on Discord and says, everybody should be watching our CEO right now. Oh, good times, guys. Alright, let's go ahead and slow it. We're going to need to start slowing down here anyway. What did we say our approach speeds were? So it's 136 is the VREF. Let's make sure that's set in there. It should be. And that's going to be, we're going to be landing full flaps, just so you know. Coming up on 10,000 feet here. Rolling back to speed just a little bit more. There's 10,000 feet. Let's get our landing lights on, taxi lights on, and let's get the continuous ignition on as well. Oh yeah. Yeah, we need to get her down now, don't we? Let me see here. Let me look at the approach chart here. So intercept at 5,000. So let's get her down to 5,000 feet. That should be 5,000. Yep. Let's go ahead and throw those roll those throttles way back, just to get her down quick. Oh yeah, we're gonna be on it way fast here. I'm gonna have to fly this by hand, boys. All right, track hire coming on. Big jump here. Boom. There it is. I do not currently have the airport in sight. I have no idea where it's at. I've never flown in here before. So yeah, good times. Alright, let's go ahead and throw the approach mode on. That should at least lock us onto the localizer. And we're going too fast. That's the problem here. We're just going way too fast. So we've got, we'll be coming up on CFLSK here in about 8 miles. So I think we'll be alright. But we're definitely going to need to slow her down some. So yeah, let's bring the speed down. Let's bring it down to 160. 170 is fine. Let her slow down. Let's go ahead and, sorry, a little quick on the track hire there. Let's go ahead and throw some spoilers out. And let's go ahead and arm the reverse thrust. That's going to help get us down. And let's start taking a look at our approach check. Altimeters are set, APU and bleeds are set. So I think you're supposed to turn the APU on, right? Let's go ahead and start the APU. Lights and passenger signs are good. Speed's coming down nicely. It should start descending for us here. We want to get down to 5,000 and hopefully intercept that glide slope. We're going to be cutting it a little close, I think. So we'll see how it goes. We've got the throttles back pretty far here. Let's go ahead and bring them back to idle real quick. I'm trying to get that speed down as quick as I can. Want to try and catch that glide slope. We still got just a couple miles to go before we're where we're supposed to be, but you can see it's coming in at a bit of an angle. It's going to be a little weird the way it intercepts, but I think we'll be alright. So everybody who's on here and on Discord chatting away, yeah, I got nothing for you at the moment. I never put in the frequency, did I? Does it automatically do the frequency, guys? Radio. Nav 1 is at 108.20 and it needs to be 109.7. 109.70 on Nav 1. There we go. Now it'll intercept it. Duh. There's localizer there. Not the. I don't know if it intercepted the glide slope yet or not. I don't think so. Well, somebody just did something over there. What do we get on there? I just heard the thing go ding ding ding. Alright, let's go ahead and get that spoiler out now. Start bringing in some throttle. And let's get that first setting of flaps out. There we go, fantastic. Alright, doesn't look like it's going to I don't know if it's going to intercept the glide slope or not, guys. I mean, it should technically be on it already, right? So let's roll this over to nav. Yeah, see, we should be descending on the glide slope right now. And it doesn't, well, yeah, it's starting to descend. It's starting to. Okay, so we're looking for 141. Let's go ahead and get the landing gear down. Next setting of flaps coming out. There we go. Alright, we're looking pretty good here. Trying to glance at the comments real quick. Yeah, that was a notification, Robert. I just don't know who it was. So maybe you guys can tell me in the chat there so I can give a proper thanks. Ground proximity, thank you for that. Okay, what's our speed at here? It's hard to see, isn't it? Let's go and bring the speed back some more. I don't know why you're giving me terrain. I mean, we've got landing gears out, right? Okay, see? So...
terrain.
Get back there. Okay, spoilers. Do these get armed?
Terrain.
No, they don't. Okay. Trying to kind of keep an eye on the speed here. Okay, let's look at our before landing check. Flight attendant is advised passenger signs are on, thrust reversers are armed, landing gear is down, and flaps. We're working on those right now. There's 140 right there. Let's go ahead and get those throttles in. Come on now. Stop with the terrain warning. See, that really ticks me off on this. Why am I getting terrain warnings when I'm on approach?
Terrain.
That's nonsense. I really dislike that. I really do. Is there a way to turn that off?
Terrain.
Where's the ground proximity stuff?
Terrain.
I'm not sure where it is off the top of my head.
Terrain.
This is probably the tilt he was talking about, right?
Terrain. Terrain.
Whatever. That's obnoxious. That's so obnoxious.
Terrain.
Speed's getting a little high now, my bad. Okay, next setting of flaps coming out. That'll help give us a little more drag and slow us down. I really wish it would stop with this terrain nonsense. Must have been because of the flap setting. And let's get full flaps out there. Make sure our thrust stays up high enough. Thrust is coming in, a little slow. Alright, there we go. Yeah, those throttles are a little slow to respond, aren't they? Keeping an eye on that for a second. I'm going to take the autopilot off here shortly. Alright, let's get the autopilot off. Autopilot is off. We're hand flying. I would have liked to have hand flown a little further, but it just didn't work out on this one because we're dealing with too many little nonsensical things. A little bit of a crosswind here. Just bringing a touch more throttle. We're getting a little slow and descending a little quick. Come on now. There we go. A little more throttle. Yeah, our speed's a little slow. Come on. Man, it responds so slowly.
2-6.
Now it's coming back up. Oh, it takes its time though, doesn't it? Alright.
Glide slope.
Yeah, I know I'm below the glide slope. Hush. I'm working on it. There we go. Alright, looking good, guys. Not too shabby. Nice view of the town here. We're going to go right over Jacob's house. Everybody wave to Jacob.
400.
Alright, looking pretty good here, guys. Let's see if we can grease it.
300.
I'll give you the landing rate as soon as I have it.
$200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Minus 65 feet per minute, folks. Reverse thrust coming in.
3,000 feet remaining.
Going to apply the brakes.
2,000 feet.
Short runway, by the way. Alright, reverse off. Not too shabby. Give me a little love there, guys. I'm not seeing the love coming in on there. It should be rolling in right now. DPWS in front of throttles. You are correct. I think I clicked on that last time and it didn't work. It was pretty obnoxious, actually. Alright. Not too bad, huh, guys? Let's go ahead and get those flaps up now. I don't think the spoiler's ever deployed. But there's no arm setting for spoilers, as far as I can tell. Alright. Swing her up around the corner here. And once we get her off the runway, we'll go ahead and take care of our after landing stuff. Excuse me. Off, off, off. We'll leave the taxi light on. She wants to stop. Oh, there's, see, one of those is in reverse. No? It was. That was a good landing, man. Minus 65 feet per minute. That's a greaser right there. Hey, there you go, Robert. Thanks for the love. I appreciate it. You're swell. Well, I think you're pretty swell, too. Alright, tracker coming off, big jump. There we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at our after landing checks. APU as required. It should be up and running, but it's not. Try it again. Probably wouldn't start while we were up there or something. Transponder, radar, standby off. Yeah, it's not even opening the thing out there, is it? Let's try this again. APU. Now that should open that up, but it's not doing it. I don't know what's going on with that. Well, I have more problems with the APU, I swear. Okay, that's already off. We can turn probes off. We'll leave windshield heat on low. Continuous ignition can stay on for now, but I really need that APU to come on. That's like a pain in the butt for me. Flaps are up, lights and strobes as required, so strobe lights can come off. The rest of the lights can stay on for now, and then probes off as well. And that's actually going to take us to our shutdown checklist. Is it just me, or there must be another airplane out here or something. Okay, let's pull up GSX here real quick, and I want to pick a gate and have them guide me over there. So 4 suitable parkings. Those are all GA ramp. That's not what I want. They're all GA ramp. Whatever. Okay, well, we'll go with parking 3 then. And let's get a follow me out here. And he'll be from Delta. Fantastic. Okay, so he'll be coming over here. We'll keep an eye out for him. Yeah, it won't let me hit the start button. Do I got to hit this one? I mean, power fuel's on, right? See, it's not even opening the intake out there. And I don't know why. Man, I have issues with this thing. I really do. I mean, I can see the button clicking, and then it should start automatically based on that, right? Yeah, it's starting now, right? See, it's starting up. Oh, now it's open. Whatever. That's ridiculous. Taxi via Alpha Foxtrot straight to the terminal. Alright, tracker coming back on big jump. There it is. Follow me should be out here any second. We'll go ahead and start pulling up. We don't need to wait on him the whole time. Jacob, did you see us fly overhead there? Probably not, right? Let's go ahead and turn the flight director off here. Let's turn the approach mode off. There's our follow me. These guys get right up in your grill, don't they? They need to put a driver in there. Don't get me started on GSX again. Get a move on there, you. Come on, go. All that wind kicking all that snowy ground up at you. Alright, here we go. Boy, that wind's you know, for being 0 and 0, we had a lot of wind on that approach, didn't we? Driver must work for Southwest. Yeah, no kidding. The hiccup was loud. I always hiccup loud. What is see that throttle? Look, they're even on my throttle quadrant right now. It's obnoxious. At least it didn't go into reverse thrust like it normally does. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Sort of. Alright. Let's try and keep her in the center of the taxiway here at the very least, right? Now, as we're taxiing in, let me take a swig here. Drinking and flying. People are buzzing up a storm on Discord right now. Just talking away. Alright. We'll have to slow down a little for this turn here. I wonder if the brake temp actually does anything on here. Like, those brakes should be hot from that landing, right? He just stops there like, any day now, any day. I think the follow me cars are obnoxious. Hey, thanks Ricky, that'd be great, man. Would love to have you over there. Yeah, that's why I need a new quadrant, Ricky. Having nothing but problems with that thing. Anybody coming? Nobody that way. Nobody that way. I only saw one airplane while we were out and about, which is crazy because I got the traffic cranked way up. Oh well. It is what it is, right? There's our parking space over there. They don't even have a terminal here, do they? I'm sure they do in the real world, obviously, because Jacob flies in here commercial. There's a lot of commercial flights that fly in here, so there's got to be a terminal for it, right? But I don't see one. Not in the default scenery, anyway. Jacob, you should learn how to do scenery and then do up a scenery for us. I'm going to go ahead and turn this taxi light off because you know I'll forget if I don't. Alright, almost there. Oh, we got a parking guide. I guess we're gonna need more throttle, huh? Almost there. Oh, a little far. Boy, it's touchy, isn't it? Man, it's near impossible sometimes, I swear. There we go. Good enough. Alright, let's go ahead and shut those throttles down. Oh no, down. Off. I think you gotta have them forward a little. And then click it, right? No, you gotta have it all the way back. And then click it. Well, oh, you gotta do it manually. You gotta grab it with the mouse, pull it back. There we go. That shuts it down. Parking brake on. Maybe. There we go. Track arc coming off. Big jump. There we go. Fantastic. All right, let's look at our shutdown checklist. Chocks and brakes as required. Brakes are on. Let's go ahead and throw the chocks on real quick. Ground service and maintenance. Wheel blocks on. Fantastic. Electrics are set. Fuel and check valve test good. Thrust levers are shut off. Seatbelts and anti-ice off. Seatbelts are already off. Or I mean anti-ice is already off. Duh. Anti-ice is off. All of that's off. We can turn the windshield heat off now. That's fine. Fuel pumps can come off. Fantastic. Hydraulic 3A pump as required. So 3A is this one, right? Nope, that's 3B. 3A. That one will stay. That one will go off, off, off. Fantastic. Beacon can go off at this point. And nose wheel steering switch can also come off at this point. There we go. Nose wheel steering off. And that pretty much puts us in a turnaround state. So I think we're good to go, guys. And that means You guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Of course, we haven't done our deboarding yet, have we? Let's do our deboarding. I got to deboard, and then we'll be done, right? So let's open the doors. Open, open, open. I don't know what it's dinging at me for, but anyway. Now, that's going to wrap it up for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I do appreciate you. Look at how far forward he had me park. Like, that's absolutely ludicrous. We're way forward of the parking. GSX is a joke sometimes. Oh, you're killing me. Somebody else please make a ground handling program for P3D version 4. Like, that's just ridiculous that he had me. You're supposed to park with the front nose, the nose wheel right there. That's what's supposed to be there. But instead, he's got me a full plane length forward, and that's the proper parking space apparently. It's absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, it is what it is. So we're going to finish offloading packs here. I'm going to wrap it up for this one, guys. I appreciate every one of you joining me. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the support I get from you guys all the time. It's always fantastic. You guys are amazing, and I really love doing this. So I'm glad I got to hop on here and do this morning, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't done so already, please smash the subscribe button. We're like at 6,000 subscribers at this point. I love it. It's beautiful. It's great, and I'm having a great time with it. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. I chat with some folks over there. I put stuff up there occasionally and all that good stuff. You can... Excuse me, I actually belched at you there. That's the first time you got a Captain Mac belch, isn't it? You can follow us on Twitter, and don't forget you can follow us on Twitch. We have some folks watching on there right now at Captain Mac 3588. That is going to wrap it up for this one, folks. As always, keep the blue side up, unless otherwise instructed by ATC. God bless you all, and have a fantastic day.